Thanks for watching The 9.
All right, for the past 2 years, the hot housing market gave sellers the upper hand, but is that slowing down? Local housing and market expert James Danley joins us live in studio now. James, thanks so much for the time.
Brian, good to see you again, man.
The first thing I'm going to ask you, it seems to have been hot for a long time. Is it cooling down, and if so, why?
It is. Historically in Michigan, we've always had seasonal flow to the housing industry, with the exception of the last 2 years. So post-COVID, we had a lot of built-up demand. We had limited supply, and then the drop in interest rates created an entire housing bidding war, and everyone wanted to move. A lot of the millennials were tired of being in apartments. They started buying homes. So the last 2 years are an anomaly. This year we've flown back into the seasonal slowdown, which has been traditional in Michigan.
And for buyers, now has been a hot time to buy, right? Traditionally?
Usually the best purchases are in the last quarter of the year. I used to flip and build homes, and a lot of my best buys were always between now and the end of the year. When sellers get desperate, people have to relocate, and you can swoop in. If you've got a good real estate expert that can consult you and negotiate deals, you can get some good purchases at the end of the year.
Let me go back to the seller aspect of it. If you've thought about selling your home and you see prices come down a little bit, perhaps more inventory out there, what should you be thinking? What advice would you give to somebody that's like, man, I missed the high point of the market? What should I do now?
It really depends on your situation, if you need to sell now or if you can wait till the spring. And then secondarily on your housing product. So the housing product in different categories, if it's clean, updated, move-in ready, that stuff moves and trades pretty quickly depending on the neighborhood and community. But there's always small sub-segments. So you got to analyze your individual situation, your timeline for moving, and then what your housing product is, and you can make a better decision on that.
What about inventory? And maybe you might have answered this with the move-in ready houses specifically. But the inventory, are there more houses on the market, and are they staying on the market longer?
There are. I actually predicted this early in the year that sellers would realize the peak of the market for pricing was last year. Once interest rates started ticking up, it hindered affordability, and so that just caps what people can buy based on a monthly payment perspective. And so now sellers are kind of rushing and flooding the market because they realize they missed that peak window. But if you've got good product, if you stage it, position it, market it well, you can still sell.
Mortgage rates are high. We have not seen these rates since 2008. You're not concerned of a crash per se, though, are you?
The fundamentals now are very different from 2008.
Yes.
So in 2008, we had subprime loans, and we had reckless lending policies, and we had a whole bulk of shadow inventory that were built up on bank balance sheets that flooded the market, that drove prices down dramatically. We're not in that situation. We still have limited inventory, and we have a whole new generation of home buyers that are buying homes. And historically, these are pretty normal rates, with the exception of the last 10 years since 2008. We've lived in a market with abnormally low interest rates. So these rates will become normalized, I think. We'll see pricing level out in certain categories. You're going to have some prices come down here and there, and they'll probably come back up in a couple of years when interest rates taper off.
Bottom line, if you have questions about the housing market, talk to an expert. James, where can people find you?
LiveWorkSell.com, or you can call and text us at my 248 number, 248-671-3092.
James Danley, thank you so much. You see the information there, over there on Old Woodward in Birmingham, the phone number, the website, and it's a great place to go have lunch as well.
It is.
Go see James in Birmingham.
I'll have you at the office rooftop soon.
Absolutely. I'm in. Dina, over to you.